All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to Average Takes. Today's episode, we are going to give you Shenny's Hollywood Weekend. We're going to bring you some Juan Soto trade
Weekend of his life.
and then we're going to bring you some Padres, of course, always, and then just second half, I don't know, ideas, like second half,
Predictions.
predictions, just like what we think is going to happen, just talk some ball, talk baseball.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into the show. Shenny.
And we're back.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Average Takes, of course. But Shenny, kick us off your Hollywood weekend, dude.
That was pretty lit. It was at the Futures game, home run derby, and then end up going to the All-Star game. It was super fun, super sick. Saw literally everything they got down LA Live, that little block party where all you seeing all these guys get interviewed and stuff. Walked past that, walked in the Players Hotel. Saw everything was like lit, like it was set up nice. It was hot as
all the
fuck,
festivities,
though.
right? All the All-Star Weekend festivities.
Yeah, except the
Futures game.
celebrity game. But I went Futures game.
No one cares about the celebrity.
Yeah, the three main ones. All right.
Yeah, everything is on TV. Yes.
Yes,
Nice.
exactly. So I have a
go.
couple questions because I didn't get to go to the All-Star game, but I did go to the home run derby with you. That was a blast. I mean, we had a great time, enjoyed some beers.
You guys catch a
enjoyed
ball?
A lot of homers.
Any balls
No,
come
but
super close?
one got super close, and I had friends texting me like, "Oh, we just saw you on TV. We just saw you on TV." Like, there was one that hit someone like in a row, and it bounced right in front of me. But there's kids and like people.
Didn't want to be that guy. Didn't want to be that guy.
Be pushing people around for a ball. Like I have my beer. If one came at me, I would have tried to catch it, but that one it ricocheted and. I'm not gonna go push people out of the way for a ball, but I had a blast. Like we sat in some great seats because
I saw the sun was beaming on you guys.
Sun was beaming on us. It was a hot day in Los Angeles.
What was the degrees? What was the degrees?
That felt like 98.
It had 98.
Felt like 98.
Felt like there's sweat in my hat.
Mid to high 90s. Shenny had to buy a new cap.
The line was brutal.
Yeah,
the white line.
The sweat marks were brutal.
No.
But it was a great time. The home run derby was a blast. Juan Soto versus Julio Rodriguez. It was great setup. I mean, they might have screwed around and let Albert Pujols play a second round, but I think it was absolutely awesome. Juan Soto won. I think they need to go back to the 10-out rule.
Yeah, me too.
Because, I mean, obviously Julio had 21 more bombs than Juan Soto. But Juan Soto won. He was the second batter. So those type of guys walk-offs are going to happen. Like, it's just too easy to see a number than set the number.
Yeah, there was some nukes hit.
There were some nukes.
Ronald Acuna hit one out the stadium.
Damn, really?
Pete Alonso.
That's what kind of sucks. That's what kind of sucks about watching it on TV. Also, like all these balls are getting hit so fast that they can't watch all of them like land, and so they would just keep switching to different
when they
balls.
first introduced the 3-minute rule, it was you had to wait for the ball to land.
Yeah.
But then they realized that's not
enough home
letting the hitter like actually swing away
in a rhythm,
getting rhythm. But I think they need to bring back the 10-out rule.
Yeah, but I feel like these guys are just getting gassed now. They're not even getting in a rhythm. They're just
exactly.
Trying to rush, trying to get us so many, and they're dead.
We saw Ronald Acuna swing and miss at a pitch.
Yeah,
that was dirty. Like I saw one of
the Julio. I thought
no, it was
Fire is
Acuna.
First pitch of Julio, he missed though, and I was like, "Oh, this guy sucks. Rookie sucks." And then
he has 31,
and I was like, "All right, maybe
but
not."
I think it goes back to the 10-out rule. You could see a bunch more pitches, and it is longer. They want to cut down the All-Star activities, whatever. But I think that's really cool. But I had a blast. All-Star game, you got to go.
Wait. A whole home run derby. I think it also should be a good idea to add up all the home runs at the end. So like Julio would have won because he hit 31 the first round. Like Juan Soto would have had to beat that number. I don't know. I think that
yeah, but then they did a bracket style though, where it's you versus this, not the top guys each round advance. Yeah. You know, it wasn't the four highest, and then the next round's going to be the 2 highest. You know,
yeah.
I mean, they could look for that type of scenario where it's not 1v1, it's all everyone versus everyone.
But I mean, you could do it the same way and just eliminate. Like you could do it person versus person. Whoever gets more advances, but you keep the amount of numbers you hit or the amount of home runs you hit.
Yeah, that's how it used to be. That's how it used to be. I don't know.
Like that.
It was probably a little bit more entertaining that way. But the 3 minutes goes by pretty, like, you gotta be paying attention the whole time, you know?
Yeah.
Like the home run derby used to be I was telling my cousins, like, yeah, we're gonna be here till like 9:00. It ended at like 7:30, maybe 8.
Yeah,
what time to start? 5
really quickly.
Yeah, it was like 5:30.
Okay.
Yeah, by the time like the actual balls were being thrown, it was like 5:30. Like the event started, they announced the guys, they walked out of the tunnel.
Ronald Acuna Jr. almost caught on fire. I don't know if you guys saw that.
He was far.
He got a little scared though.
Yeah.
But Trevor, you went to the All-Star game also. I didn't get to go to that. So I know that had to be a blast seeing all those awesome players,
superstars,
straight studs. I mean, yeah, being an All-Star, you are either a fan favorite or you're a player favorite, and probably very good, you know. So you got to see it all.
Yeah, I mean, Kershaw starting was warming up right.
Picked off, like,
yep.
Walk us through it. How'd you feel? And you were a Padre fan in
how loud were the boos?
A Dodger Stadium. Like,
how loud were the boos?
Let's hear how that felt.
Yeah, I walk in with the Padres jersey on. I'm getting stared at no matter what. So all eyes are on me. No big deal though.
Any comments?
A lot of comments, but
really,
I just kept to myself. Wasn't gonna start nothing. They did beat us like 13 out of 14. So not much to say at the moment. So I just kept quiet. Just told everyone it's not a rivalry. It's not there. Nobody boos nobody's. They're always booing someone's.
Yes, sir.
And the loudest boos I heard this whole weekend were the Swinging Friar, Manny Machado, probably number 1, Joe Musgrove, and Jay Cronenworth. And then I heard some for the Astros during the All-Star game were pretty loud, but they just hate Houston.
Seems like they hate the Padres too, man.
Oh, they do big time. But yeah, it was sick. I got Kershaw, Alcantara, Musgrove all warmed up. I was sitting next to the bullpen. That was lit. You could hear the catcher mitt like pop. It was good. Baseball vibes are good. Had a couple hot dogs. I'm not gonna call them what they're called.
A couple Jersey Jerry glizzies.
How many?
A couple, 2.
No, the whole weekend. You had 2 the whole weekend?
The whole weekend, I think I had 3, 1 every day.
1 every day.
Well, if you had 2 during one game.
So 4, my bad.
Oh, 4. There you go.
But I'm also prepping for the 999, so that was a little
that was
work
not
into it.
That was not working at it.
That was not a good prep.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah,
no, it was
3 games, 4 dogs.
That's terrible.
You had 4 dogs in a span where you should have had like 36.
I was mentally prepping. I was getting my mental reps going.
Oh no.
Well,
you got to get those stomach reps going also.
If that was your prepare for the 999 challenge, 4 dogs in 3 games,
you're in for
I was taking mental reps.
Can we get the tape on that?
How many beers at least? How many beers? 3 games. How many beers?
I don't know. I don't know the number to that.
Oh, we crushed some beers.
Okay, good.
We crushed some beers.
That's good at least. What's your favorite moment of the weekend? Favorite moment of the weekend, both of you. Let's end it on that.
I think my favorite. Okay, I could go before Shenny because he's taking a while. My favorite is when we were at the All-Star game or the Home Run Derby. My bad. and they were announcing the mascots, all of them one by one, each team.
Yeah.
You know, you can't see it. I got the Phillies up there somewhere, their mascot up there. But Fryer, like Shenny said, the San Diego Fryer gets announced, and me and Trevor just stand up and go, yeah. And I look around, and everyone's staring, not another single Padre fan in the vicinity.
No way.
It was a spectacular moment because it was me and Trevor. And, you know, at first I got a good glance around me before the situation because I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
And I saw a couple brown and yellow jerseys. So I was like, all right, maybe this will be good. As soon as I'm screaming, looking at them, I'm realizing they're 2016 All-Star Game jerseys. Oh. And they're for any team. I mean, yeah, it's the Padres brown and yellow, but I saw a Mike Trout one. And I was just like, oh, no. Me and Trevor were the only Padre fans that I had seen until we were leaving the venue, and I saw two.
It was just crickets.
Yeah.
So, in other words, it was fun going to the Home Run Derby in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it was.
Shenny,
mine, I mean, honestly, my favorite moment was Stan and Buxton back-to-back homers because Stan hit a moonshot.
That was pretty close to you, too.
Yeah, I saw that thing pretty far up in the stands. Buxton's was pretty close to me.
And it just made it so much better. It was off Gonsolin, huh?
Yeah, off Gonsolin, because at the end of the game, I was getting chirped because Jake was up last out, you know, and I'm sitting there filming and I'm getting people chirping me from the back. And then I turned around and I was like, damn it, Gonsolin, it's all your fault. And they're like, oh. And I thought of it right at the end, like when Jake was coming up, I was like, damn, who's all those runs off of? Oh, that was Gonsolin. But then I saw a little fun fact. That's his first loss in the first half, but it's technically not a loss. So he's still 10-0.
He's 10-0 in the first half, got his first loss. It's the first time for a while for that to happen.
Damn.
First time in a while. I saw the year, but I do not remember it off the top of my head.
Yeah, but
I think that's a funny stat. You know, he's 10-0 going in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
In
that stadium, he has never lost. He hadn't lost all year in that stadium, even too.
And he gets raked off.
And he gets raked.
That's wild.
Back-to-back jacks, 3 runs, game switched.
No, Byron Buxton's was to the moon. 460.
Actually, Giancarlo Stanton hit the hardest ball ever in an All-Star game during the StatCast era.
Yeah.
Who hit the farthest ball in the Home Run Derby?
It was only like 482.
Yeah.
It was Acuna.
Yeah, they said 482. Yeah. Which I don't know. The one that looked like it went out was a decent shot.
Who hit that one?
Acuna hit one out, and I think Pete Alonso hit the farthest, but it was like dead center, like literally all the way up the stands in center
Speaking
field.
of Pete, was that like Instagram post real? Is he really like in his feels about losing the Derby?
Well, yes and no. I don't know, but
no, what I saw the video of him deadlifting.
Yeah, why was he deadlifting middle of the Home Run Derby? Like,
and then all of a sudden I look and he's hitting, and I'm like, I showed Bob this video. I was like, Pete Alonso deadlifting, and I was like, what the hell?
Maybe it really meant that to him. He had to be deadlifting.
Well, the last 2 years he's won that. That's more than his whole salary he's ever made in MLB.
Damn.
He just got a check for $1 million because he won the Home Run Derby. That's more than he gets paid like for the whole year.
Not this year.
No, This year it goes to Soto, who might be on the move.
So he spent half of it to get a private back.
Juan Soto
rejects. He has a rich agent.
15-year, $440 million contract extension with the Nationals. News breaks like a day before All-Star break. So he was just rushed with questions all weekend. And news also breaks the Nats didn't charter him a plane for the All-Star break. They made him fly coach.
Billionaire who this is their franchise player.
This is their franchise player who they just tried to say, hey, we want to keep you for 15 years for almost $500 million. And he says no. So they go, you know what? You're flying coach. Lands in Los Angeles at 1:30 in the morning. LAX at 1:30 in the morning. You're shitting me.
Brutal.
Goes and wins the home run derby. Gets a fat chain. Derby champ.
Had a fat chain on there.
Yeah. I mean, sweet swing. It was beautiful.
Ugly stance.
He was going
ugly stance.
I like it.
Why? Why do you like it? His foot is in his front.
He got him riled up now. We got him riled up.
His hands are all the way up here.
Whoa. I like it.
Guy is uglier than shit.
He just won the home run derby.
It works.
I guess it does.
Ain't broke, don't fix it, son.
Can't argue with that, buddy. I guess it works.
Yeah, you know.
But is it not ugly?
Ugly works, though. Ugly's good.
Ugly works.
Coming from someone ugly.
Him and Luke Voigt. I don't know which one's worse.
Clip that. Can I do? Is there a time marker on this sucker?
I don't know who's worse, Luke Voigt or his, but
Luke Voigt's the worst swing I've ever seen.
Okay, honestly, I hate Giancarlo Stanton's swing because he moves his back foot, and I was taught like that is like the worst thing.
He moves his back foot and breaks, hits the ball 500 feet. I don't understand it.
Because he's fucking
forward. That is
6'4", 250.
Yeah, but you lose all your power.
It's literally opposite of what you're supposed to do.
You lose all your power.
Is what you're taught, the entire life.
He doesn't move it.
Oh shit!
Bullshit! He fucking moved. What are you watching, dude?
I just watch him. I just watch him hit dingers. That's all I'm watching.
We're talking about Giancarlo Stan, right?
His foot moves a mile.
It moves so far forward. His stance is reverse.
I love it.
His legs work in reverse.
And it helps that he's 6'5" and 260.
Yeah, he just muscles the ball out. And I mean, if you see the picture,
it's all about timing.
In the All-Star game.
Literally all about timing. That ball's smashed.
All-Star game.
That ball had a chip in it. The chip broke. Yeah, the chip broke.
How does the baseball indent like that?
Perfect timing, bro. It's literally perfect timing.
It's not like a metal ball. It's like made of fabric. So yeah, it's gonna
indent like that though. That's wild. The ball looked rubber.
Well, I mean, like the picture was just literally perfect timing at his peak, like velo and energy coming from his bat into the ball.
I understand, but I never thought it would bend like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
wood's pretty hard.
Yeah, the wood is way more stronger than the lace that's made of baseball. It's literally like yarn.
Leather. It's literally leather.
And wrapped with leather. It's yarn. You never torn a baseball in half?
Yes, I have.
It's pretty hard. Baseballs are hard.
I mean, it's hard to for us because we're not that strong.
How about the hot mics though during the All-Star game? Those were awesome.
I'm glad,
dude. I didn't even hear him. Nice try.
What?
Because he was out of the game.
Oh yeah, I hate you.
So Alex Manoah, mic'd up pitcher. It's like the first time that's happened.
On fire.
And he was actually super lit. Like it was like so cool. He was talking to him like, "What pitch do you think? Like, do you guys got the?"
He's all, "What pitch first pitch?" And the announcer's all slider, and he's all, "Oh, you're sexy."
Yeah, like, it was so cool.
And then he pegged him.
Yeah,
and then he backed him.
And he's walking back to the mound. He goes, "Should have stuck with a fastball." Just like, and he's regretting listening to the announcer right now. But yeah, that was actually such a sick moment, and I think that is going to lead to so much more in baseball because that's something they could do more. Like, it didn't disrupt the game at all. He still had fun with it. I mean, he said, "What's up?" Like, because he never faced him before, and had 2 Ks, wanted the next one, hit him like you said, but it was, and then he actually struck out the side, but it was awesome. Just his
even like the Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton having it on at the same time, like that's just dope.
Yeah, I don't know why we can't do that more.
Because half of baseball is standing around, not gonna lie, waiting for the ball to come to you. So why not talk for that amount of time?
I mean, I know they do it a lot in games that don't matter, and we saw it a little bit during the COVID season, but I would love to hear more players mic'd up.
I would love it in a way like NFL films, because live like that, I can hear guys on the mound when they're in a fired up situation.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah, and they're dropping F-bombs, like, because baseball has never been a sport.
Love it.
Yeah, but if it's like NFL films, like they just got one on a guy, if they can do him good enough.
Yeah,
I agree. That is something they would have to like consider, because
or like whoever who does it Showtime.
I mean, that would be cool too. Sell a game to like an Amazon game or Apple game that's like off just regular TV and mic the guys up.
Unreal.
Slime.
Unreal.
Well, right now, if I don't know if you guys noticed, they do 1 inning, I think, on Sunday Night Baseball with a dude, and they like pass it off to the next guy next week, whatever.
That's 1 inning in one game.
I know, but they're starting slowly, getting out there and seeing how it works.
I know, I love it. That's when we got the Mike Trout information on the NFL Fantasy League and all that stuff. Like it was good content, but if they want to grow the game, they got to do it more. There's 162 games.
Got to.
There's got to be more public access to sick content like that. That's how you grow the game.
Quit with the blackouts, dude. Let us watch the freaking content.
Blackouts are a different discussion because there's a whole lot of money involved.
But that's stupid.
Because the Padres are in a contract deal with, obviously, Bally's was Fox Sports, and then for it to be free to everyone, like, who makes money in that situation?
The owners?
But not Bally's.
Everybody else
is an investing partner for people to watch them on their content, own their content, subscribe to their content. That's where blackouts come in. Like, if you can't just buy the MLB package. MLB would have to be in agreement with every local distributor of games.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not like that. That's retarded.
But then MLB's not going to make money out of that. They'd rather take on the challenge of the people who can't, or who are in a certain area who can't reach their team. Like if the NFL did a deal for you to watch the Steelers game every Sunday, you would probably subscribe to that.
Yes, but also I want the billionaire owners to.
Okay, then let's do that. Then let's not make me pay for half the season, and then I can't watch the other half of the season when they're home when I want to watch them.
I'm a stream god, anyways. I'm illegal. Even if you had to pay for that Steelers stream, I would watch it for free.
You get it somehow. Okay, whatever. But Roman, in the way that's happening in the league right now with this blackouts is that if we're in San Diego, if you bought the MLB app, you could only watch games that are not a team from San Diego.
Oh, wow.
So if you're in San Diego, a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Pittsburgh Pirates,
it makes no sense though. Like, why I bought it so I could watch the Padres.
You have to buy the Bally's. You have to be subscribed to them, not MLB.
And Bally's does have a package, but.
And why don't they tell you this on the freaking phone when you're ordering the damn shit?
No, because everyone
MLB package, okay, $69.99.
Yeah,
and you can't watch. You can't watch the Padres.
Out of it, they're gonna be like, you want it? Yeah, of course you want it.
And then when I call back angry as hell, they're gonna be like, "Why are you mad at me?"
Yeah, you need the deal.
Welcome to retail.
Yep. Try to get your refund, buddy. Sorry.
Welcome to customer service.
All right, so we were in the middle of discussions about Juan Soto.
Dude, won the home run derby.
Yeah, Juan Soto. What is it going to take for a team to trade for Juan Soto?
Everything and the bag of chips.
Juan Soto is a generational type player.
He's only what, 26?
Juan Soto is 23 years old.
Yeah.
He's a champion.
Do you think same
the
amount
home
of
run
money
derby champion?
He's also a World Series champion
that the Nationals offered him?
He's going to get more than that. He's going to get more because.
Do you think he's looking for more though, or you think that he just doesn't want to be on the Nationals? So like,
I think it's both. I think
if somebody offers him the same amount of money, he just take it.
He sees what deals Tatis got, Acuna's got. He sees what deals they are, and he's right in that category. You can put them all in one category of like talent and like how good they are, how young they are. So I think will get traded to a team, not necessarily for like long term, because he has 2 years of control left on his like contract still.
2.5. So you get the rest of this year plus 2 more seasons, and it's for relatively cheap. It's not that expensive.
No, and then
be making like he has.
I think if you don't want him, unless you're gonna win the World Series, you can just flip him again again. And
in 2 years.
I don't know. Yeah, and I don't know if MLB wants to be more NBA-ish with the superstars moving and stuff, but I don't care. I'm all for it.
Well, yeah,
he put himself in this situation technically.
Yes, that he's got himself in a sticky situation. Juan Soto's played since 2018, came in the league in 19. It's his 5th season. He is absolutely a top 5 player in this league. Don't care what anyone says about that.
And Scott Boras knows that too.
Scott Boras knows that. So he's going to get paid absolutely $1 jillion because, one, the league is only getting better. The league cap is only getting bigger. And he's going to be a free agent when it's at its biggest. And yeah, some team is going to pay him a lot of money. But in the meantime, there's a couple teams in the win now mode that need to make the move for Juan Soto. So what is it going to cost? It's going to cost you eating up a pitcher that cost $1 jillion and either Patrick Corbin or Steven Strasburg. They've already kind of been talking about that.
That's interesting because I hate it because I just want Juan Soto,
Yeah,
but you compared it to the Mookie and David Price trade, which makes total sense. That happened because David Price had a fat contract. Mookie is a generational.
Out for them.
Yeah, and people think that the Dodgers are going to do it again to get Soto, which I see that not happening because earlier in the year when they need an outfielder, they're like, we need a cheap outfielder. But
they've paid
you never fucking know. You never fucking know.
Exactly. You never know. But unless they can move money.
They got Scherzer and Trey Turner last year.
Yeah. But they also already got Freddie Freeman, who cost a whole lot of money. So yeah. I'm putting this in the Padres basket of has to happen. We talk a lot about trades and moves and stuff like that, but this is something the Padres have to make happen. You just said Mookie Betts, David Price. Yeah, you're going to have to eat something, but you're going to have to work with Washington. You're going to have to give them the boatload of prospects, the CJ Abrams, the Mackenzie Gore, the RH3 or the James Wood, plus more potentially.
Draft picks,
future draft picks.
Got a lot of pitchers.
We just drafted 3 pitchers in the first 3 rounds. So I think all of that.
And low key, hopefully smart move by AJ Preller for drafting the dude who got TJ because the Nationals, maybe they don't want him because he has TJ. Now we're stuck with them and we're kind of in a high risk, high reward kind of situation.
Yeah, that kid was supposed to be the best pitcher out of high school.
Yeah.
And that's Tommy John. He's the first player to ever win National Gatorade Player of the Year as a junior in high school. We had Ryan Weathers on this podcast who had won that award in high school as a senior, but the kid the Padres just drafted had won it as a junior. Just had Tommy John, so he's gonna have a little stretch of
Did he go back to back
rough
junior
patch.
year, senior year?
No, he got TJ. Didn't pitch this year.
Oh, okay.
Junior year was his last film of pitching,
I think
probably, other than summer, which I'm sure that's when he fucking tore his
ligament. Not 100%. But Juan Soto, 2020 had an absolute stunner of a year. Last year was a top 2 MVP. I think he was number 2 or number 3. Can't remember exactly. But this kid is going to fit perfectly in that Padres lineup. But the Padres are going to have to make a move to move money. Eric Hosmer or Will Myers, but hopefully more of Eric Hosmer because of the length of the deal. If you're going to forget, Eric Hosmer's deal goes down to $13 million from $21 million. That's an $8 million gap. That's a huge drop off. He plays more like a $13 million player in this league, in this market.
I mean, it wasn't too long ago when I remember a Padres team that was doing that with same exact kind of mode as the Nationals are in now. We get a star player, he wants out because they suck. It's not fun to win, especially when you experience winning so early in his career, like a successful team.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure next year is when his no trade goes in. So it has to happen now. This move has to happen. And he goes to a no trade where it's like only 8 teams or something like that.
Yeah, and at the top of my head, I can probably name like 3 or 4 teams that are win now. Padres, obviously, we need to make this happen. If you want to be a World Series contender, this is a move you have to make. Every team that wins the World Series makes a similar type move eventually to get over that hump. I can see them doing it. The Yankees, I can see doing it. They don't really have the prospect capital.
Yeah, they do.
Yes and no.
I think they do. They have the top prospect capital. It might not be the deepest, but you're right.
You're right.
Top, but they have guys who are ready now, like major leaguers. Like, the Padres do too, and it might be a little bit deeper on the Padres side, but the Yankees have interesting prospects.
I think you're right, and I think the Padres have a more raw prospects. The Yankees are a little bit more developed. Mm-hmm. Yes. And I saw Jason Dominguez hit the bomb in the Futures game. He's a switch hitter.
Yeah, and that dude has been raking.
Yeah, and the Ken Waldichuk is their number 1 pitching prospect, I think. So I do see the Yankees having enough prospect capital, talent-wise, like develop ready. We explained this already, but Yankees
are you gotta find a time where prospects no longer fucking matter. The Padres are in a win now mode.
They're
10 games back. And I don't think the Dodgers are that much better than this team. And I mean, obviously, we have not had Fernando Tatis, and I'm sick of fucking saying that.
Yep.
But the Padres need to make a move, and obviously, it's not really the pitching side. Like, the pitching side was dead going into the All-Star break. It's been a long break for most of the pitchers. So hopefully, we get a recharged rotation. And in a couple weeks, we get a lot of guys joining. I know we've been saying this, but the Juan Soto move has to happen. And you have to be okay with moving players and prospects. Like maybe a Trent Grisham, Mackenzie Gore, a pot like that. Like guys who are pretty young, ready now, need some work. I mean, I love Mackenzie Gore, and I'm a huge fucking fan of that kid. But Juan Soto is a generational talent, and you get 2.5 years. You get him, you sweeten him up a little bit. He gets a team-friendly deal. You put him in a lineup with Fernando in front and Manny Machado behind him.
That's the scariest threesome in the league.
Yeah, that is the scariest group of hitters, and I don't think the rest really matter, even though they're a very good group.
Yep.
Juan Soto to the Padres, AJ Preller, please listen up. Juan Soto to the Padres.
I can't stress this enough as a Padre fan, but as a baseball fan, you want Juan Soto off of that organization. I know just in 2019 they won a championship, which at this point feels like a decade ago because how
really
bad they are.
It does feel really long ago. Yeah. And a couple other teams, I think the Astros, I think they're in win now situation.
I don't think they have the prospect capital.
No, but they can flip Kyle Tucker. That's what I was thinking.
Kyle Tucker, it moves the needle for me, but for a team that needs so much, I don't think it moves the needle for them because he's a major leaguer. Like,
yeah,
it's not a develop. It's not like he's a good player. So if they do a double flip, that makes more sense, like a 3-teamer, and try to work prospects and someone else gets Kyle Tucker. I can see that happening because that's a good move to make. But other than that, I mean, if they want to try to flip Bregman, I could see that.
What about the Blue Jays?
Blue Jays, they have the young talent.
Yeah.
They need one more hitter though. They could
I don't think they're interested, but they do have young talent.
The crazy thing is Juan Soto is so young, like still, like, so I'm okay with flipping a guy who's potentially major league ready or even in the major leagues for a younger, better stud,
Yeah, so this is the case of like Manny Machado, how they talked about for the longest time on the Orioles. His time's almost up.
Yeah.
He's been in the league since 19. His time for the Orioles almost up. Then they stretched it out a little longer, flipped him at the deadline for only half of a year.
And he's peak right now.
Juan Soto is at the point where he's 23. He is going to be traded. If it's not now, they're going to field offers now, and then at this offseason, he's good as gone. But I almost think in my head that's all that's going to happen. So I don't want to sell myself on this deal.
Yeah.
Because I don't see them rushing to make a deal. Like, I don't see them going, oh, shit, Max Scherzer only has half a year left. Like, they made that deal. They fielded the offers. Like, this guy has a long time left, and he's a top 5 player in the league. They're going to make sure they have the best offer.
Yeah, they want someone to overpay. They want someone to overpay.
The offer is going to have to be overpaid because this is that type of player. You have to give him everything and a little bit more.
Yeah, and I'm totally okay with that, especially a position the Padres are in.
Let's go, Preller. Get out of the Dua Lipa concert.
For 2.5 years of controlled Juan Soto, and he could fight all he wants about a contract for the next 2.5 years, but 2.5 years you got him. And I think this is the move to do. We talk about for the last 2 years, the Padres need to make that move.
TTIN, the time is now.
This is it. I'm going to feel stupid if he's not in a Padres uniform because I felt so fucking stupid last year on Max Scherzer. So I'm not going to title this No Juan Soto bullshit.
Why not?
The Padres have to make a move because
it's good clickbait.
The Dodgers are so much better than the Padres right now. And they're really not, but they are. In the record book, I tell everyone I don't look at the standings till now. Today's the date that we talk about it. Dodgers are 10 games up. Tatis hasn't came back. And the Padres have to make a move. They have to make this team better.
What's the news on Tatis?
There is none. He's going to swing 10 days and then going to do another scan. So they're not going to give us an update for
no news. Week. No more news. Just to chalk them up. Let's just chalk it up out for the year. Let's just expect these out for the year.
I'm not chalking up that. I'm not going to look or think about Fernando for another 10 days.
You're thinking about him right now, buddy.
Well, if I expect him to be out for the year and then he comes back, I'm just surprised now. See? I'm thinking ahead.
All right. Well, we got different mindsets, different pages. I'm excited for the trade deadline, though. There's a lot of guys we could talk about moving.
2 weeks out.
Guys.
There's another guy I want to talk about who got brought up in the Padres from Kevin Acee. I'm going to name spot this guy this time. He said Wilson Contreras is most likely on the move. Obviously, we've all known this. During the All-Star game, he caught Joe Musgrove. And there was a report that Joe Musgrove said, this might not be the last time we do this. After dapping him up, walking off, going back in the dugout. Then Kevin Acee also reported that if Wilson Contreras would move to the Padres, catcher Jorge Alfaro would most likely be the main piece.
That would suck.
Let's fucking go, Chicago.
I saw
No.
I saw another tweet just about a Padre fan account at this point.
Liars. Just call him a liar.
Yeah, a liar, probably. But he said this just would give me vibes of losing Fran Mill at the deadline a couple of years ago.
Seriously,
because this is one of the heartbeats of the team right now. So what are we feeling about?
Why would Alfaro be the centerpiece? Why wouldn't Campusano be the centerpiece?
Well, it would be. I don't know. I just saw that. That's what I saw. I don't know if I ingested it correctly.
Kevin AC, you're bullshitting me because
they don't
outsmarted you.
Want Nola. Why would they want Camp over Alfaro?
They don't.
Alfaro's batting 274 in 55 games. He's been playing.
They want Camp. He's a younger Wilson Contreras. Why?
I can see them wanting Camp for sure. And
Camp has sucked, bro.
Exactly. Get him out of here. Why we don't need him?
I understand that, but why would they want him? Why would the Cubs want him?
Because he's young. He's a prospect. This is what teams do. They trade their older players. Jorge's like 27.
He's still young.
Yes, but Campusano's 22.
But what I'm saying is Campusano's
more time to develop.
Hold on. Campusano's most likely going to be the only piece they get on a half-year rental. Jorge Alfaro, who's ready now, and they're probably going to get another piece.
A prospect or something.
Maybe like the Merrill kid, Jackson Merrill, shortstop. Yeah. Something like that, a deal like that where he's not top 5. I don't think Merrill's a top 5 guy right now. But you're still getting Jorge Alfaro, who's pretty damn good for the Padres this year.
Yeah, I mean,
I
wouldn't like that as a
maybe Esteury Ruiz
from an AJ Preller. I kind of like Esteury Ruiz right now.
Yeah, Ruiz is.
I kind of want to keep him, see how he pans out.
He's quick.
A little bit.
Speed.
Obviously, you can get Juan Soto, send him. But
yeah, if they want him for Juan Soto, I'm all right.
His glimpse that he showed in the big leagues for the last week, the team felt like they had some speed on the team, Without Tatis, we're barely stealing bases because Grisham barely gets on base.
Yeah, we're top 5 worst team stolen bases.
And top 5 worst in home runs. See, it makes no sense.
It doesn't make no sense. That's why they need to make a move for a bat because there's a big variance in this team. Manny Machado's the only true hitter.
Yes.
I mean, I love the Nomar move because he filled a huge gap for us, but he's only slap shot singles.
Yep.
Couple doubles were in Colorado. I mean, he has 6 on the year, 2 homers on the year. Come on. I mean, I like the power surge at Voit. That's been helping us a little bit in this rough patch of games. He's up to 12 bombs now, just 3 behind Manny. If you would have asked me, I would have said he had 9 bombs, 8 bombs, but 12 is a good number. He hit a couple in the last 2 weeks. So I would like to see him jump up second half, especially with Tatis in the lineup and
Juan Soto.
Juan Soto would be sick in the lineup. And I don't know if Eric Hosmer is moved, I would feel comfortable with Voit or Cronenworth stepping in. Depends on how much they like Kim. I saw Kim playing every day if they want him at second base.
Yeah, that's where he would play.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see them doing that in that situation, moving Jake to first and then Kim everyday second baseman. He is a second baseman in my opinion, but he's shown obviously he can play anywhere.
And he's been really good. I mean, I want to say great, but he's been really good defensively. He's had a little bit of struggles, but he's still up there in defensive WAR.
Yeah, and in my mind, he went from I couldn't stand him last year to I'm okay with him on the field.
Bro, he's been 242, 15 doubles, 68 hits, 31 RBIs. I mean, I'm totally fine with him being in the lineup. at second base every day. I mean, that's a second baseman. He's a top 10 second baseman in the league because defensively he's outstanding. And then he could honestly starting to hit, and he's only in year 2.
Yes.
So I'm digging me some Hassan Kim.
Hassan Kim.
Hassan so handsome? Is that what you guys say?
I do say Hassan is so handsome. So that is something I do say. But I think the right move, like we've been talking about, is you package Eric Hosmer and a shit ton of prospects, and you take on Juan Soto and the pitcher deal. And it depends on, like I talked about this before the podcast, but you sit down with Ruben Nabila and show him tape for Corbin and show him tape for Strasburg and say, hey, can you fix one of these? Will one of these work?
And the best thing about Strasburg is he just gives me Joe Musgrove vibes. Joe Musgrove came to San Diego, and he has been on the best tear of his whole career. Maybe Steven Strasburg gets back to those days at SCSU.
I mean, it would be sick. It's something that I talked about before, and I know he's hurt right now, missing probably the rest of the year. But it's something you got to think about. If you want Juan Soto, you're going to have to take the worst deal possible, and you're going to get the shit end of the stick. We're going to give up everyone, but it's all for one thing. It's for a ring, dog.
To win. That's the most important thing
Juan Soto makes this team instantly top 3 because the pitching is awesome. That lineup is going to be so awesome when Tatis is back. They could be back the same exact time. August 2nd, trade deadline, folks. Tatis
real close.
And Juan Soto, same timeline, a week within each other, same day. Matter of fact, we play the Dodgers the 5th.
Yes, it's going to be close. That makes a lot of sense, having them back the 5th.
Yes. August 5th. Think about that date. Put it in your pockets. But that team definitely needs to make a move. And, I mean, you talked about other teams too. Let's get on to the rest of the league in the second half of baseball. Because as of right now, the New York Yankees are the best team in this league. And it's by far.
Got the most home runs in the league, and I feel like that's the recipe.
I mean, they also have all-stars all over their field.
Yeah. Aaron Judge, Beef, has been put in an unreal first half together.
Jose Trevino, who is the Yankees catcher.
Nasty Nestor,
Garrett Cole was an all-star.
Unsung hero.
I mean, the Yankees are a really good team right now, and they're only trying to get better. And
starting to feel like 98.
Yeah, I would love that, but I'm not going to talk about that yet. I want to talk about Aaron Judge's awkward camera interview. Did you guys see that interview? It was right before the All-Star game. It seemed like guys were in the batting cage. Lady comes up and says, Aaron Judge, this kid wants to know. He just wants to make sure his favorite player is still a Yankee. What do you have to say about it? And like just threw the camera in his face, like didn't mean to put you on spot. And he was just like, the Yankees have a lot of good players, like they're gonna be good for a really long time. And I'm interested. I'm interested in the whole situation. The Yankees are really good. Aaron Judge is really good, and they gotta pay their man.
Yes, they do.
They have to pay him to keep him. And
I think they give it to him.
He's in a paid now mood because he's old. He played all 4 years of college, was a 25-year-old rookie, going to be 31 in the free agency. And he needs to get paid because how much longer do the knees, the legs, the hips all hang on? Because baseball is a true sport of any, and age does reflect on play.
Absolutely.
Saw it in Albert Pujols this weekend.
I mean,
you're damn right.
He's 45. But Aaron Judge is 31. He's a big dude. Those joints don't hold up forever.
I think the Yankees will pony up the money and pay the man.
Are they going to pay the man who's...
I'm also thinking the same thing.
Because they've always been the big bad Yankees. They've always been, we can pay anyone because we're the Yankees. We can do whatever they want. It would ruin their reputation, honestly, if they don't pay.
It would ruin their reputation of no longer the big bad Yankees. They haven't won since 2009.
Yep.
20-2. You can't pay your superstar who's homegrown. You drafted them.
Your 27 rings mean absolutely garbage because none of you were alive for them.
Yeah. I mean, they've won 1 in 20 years.
20? Whoa. 2009 was not 20 years ago.
1 ring in 20 years.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know, like that span, that's a long span. There's been a lot of different champions, a lot of repeats as well.
Yeah.
Seems like MLB has a couple favorites, huh? Some bullshit.
And they both originated in New York. It's weird.
But around the league, Yankees, I mean, top dogs. That division is going to be producing both wild card teams, I think. I think the Rays have to make a move because they're slowly sinking.
They won't.
They are not gonna. The Red Sox have to make a move pitching wise. Chris Sale broke his finger. That kind of sucked. Got a liner back to the hand and instantly was like finger was all crooked.
I don't know who the Red Sox are going to get, honestly.
Frankie?
Don't really care. Possible, yeah.
Frankie Montas. That's a good. I'm pretty sure Roman said that during the pod.
Yes, sir.
Trades. Yes, I really like that move. Red Sox cough up Jeter Downs.
All right.
Frankie Montas.
I'm pretty sure I also said Wilson Contreras to the Padres too, but don't quote me on that.
You might have. And I'm gonna throw this out there. If we can't get the Soto, would you want Christian Yelich?
I would entertain, yes.
Because he's slowly, yes, I know he's slumping and I know he's not the same as he was, but guys need to change the scenery. You know, he went from the Marlins to the Brewers and he had best years of his whole career. Maybe change the scenery helps him on a team who's rejuvenated, you know?
Maybe true.
I don't know.
I'm interested in that deal, Trevor. It would depend on the cost. I mean, yeah, he's a former MVP, but he's
already gave him a lot.
He's not playing what he has been expected over the last couple seasons, honestly. And yeah, I would definitely be interested in that move because he's a good, very good player. Definitely not the same, but I wouldn't be keen to give up something like a CJ Abrams for him, though.
Even Hassel, man.
I don't know if I'd give up Hassel for him. Just one on one. I give up Campuzano.
All right, I can see that.
You accept that deal?
Yep.
Campuzano, and I'll give you my second round draft pick that I just took. The pitcher.
Perfect.
And we'll keep Yelich's money too.
Oh, you're gonna need some money now?
Yeah, we're big spenders in San Diego. Come on.
Yeah, I mean that is something I hadn't thought about, but that is a good move. Good move right there. I like that deal.
And what I'm also scared of, low key, Dodgers flip Cody Bellinger to get Juan Soto.
That'd be wild.
I can definitely see the Dodgers moving him because he's one of those guys that change of scenery might be nice.
And you've seen what he can do, so that's fresh in people's minds, you know, before it's too late and you can't get anything for him. I don't know. That's just what I would do if I were a couple teams GMs, but a lot of guys who I can see moving unless they just like him.
All right. Another team that we could talk about is the Angels. What about Shohei Ohtani?
I've been reading things that people think the Angels are going to trade him.
I mean, isn't he a free agent at the end of the year?
It's a once-in-a-lifetime player, though, bro. There's no chance they get.
Or is it the year after? Does he have one more year on his deal?
I think.
How about him getting picked off though? That was
one
wild.
More year. That was wild. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, no, I don't think he was either.
Unreal. Dodger fans are going crazy. Piss me off.
Oh yeah, he's free agent 2024.
Yeah, I thought one more year.
So he's got another year. I don't know if they trade him then.
Not this year.
Yeah, definitely not. I don't think they could give up on the dream yet. But it is coming. That day will come. And that deal might be influenced by this Soto deal, man. Because they're going to be like, yes, you want Shohei, he could pitch and hit. What are you going to give us? Look what they just got.
I know.
It's going to be, the league's going to be crazy. Go to NBA style where we're doing crazy backflips.
I hope.
That'd be fun. I do think this Padre team needs a little shakeup. They've had the same team for a long time, man. It don't work. Get Hosmer out of the building. Let's grow up a little bit.
Fucking Hosmer's fault.
It's not.
I don't think getting him out fixes much.
I do.
I really don't. He's hitting 375 against lefties this year.
Yeah, I saw that.
Pretty damn good.
Nationals, do you see that? 375 versus lefties this year. Lefty versus lefty. Daddies. Daddies.
Oh, my gosh.
They call him Popo, Poppy, Natty Daddies. It just sounds good.
That's funny.
Yeah, there you go. Quick laugh for your tears because you love Hosmer so much. I'm a fan. I met him. Nice guy. Really, really nice guy.
Give you crumble cookie, right?
No, I didn't eat a crumble cookie. Are you kidding me? I don't know, man. I don't think I'm with you. I don't think the Hosmer trade would affect him or affect us that much. But if this is something that they want to look into to try to get the deal for Soto, if they got to eat a pitcher, I'm
on board. Do whatever you can to get him here. Yeah. Do whatever you can.
There's
send anybody.
I would not trade.
Obviously.
That's about 3 players. I wouldn't trade Musgrove.
Okay, there's 4 for me then.
4 for you.
I'm not trading. I'm not trading Jake.
Cronenworth?
Yeah, I'm not trading Jake.
You're not at all.
Jake from State Farm?
Not even in consideration.
No. Not yet. Not yet.
Nationals say Cronenworth or deals off.
I'm shipping them as fast as I can.
Cronenworth is good, but I need him to be better. I'm a little upset at him.
Yeah, he needs more bombs. Or if he's not hitting the bombs, he's higher average. That's how I picture it.
I need the more average.
And if he's not getting on base enough, then he needs to be hitting home runs more.
He's striking out a little bit too much for my liking. I'm not gonna lie.
You're right.
That's what it is. Is the strikeouts are up.
He's a little bit better than Kim. Kim can replace him.
Kim can't hit 9 home runs though. I think that's his max. It would be 9.
Yeah, that's the one thing that Hassan Kim power has not transitioned yet.
And this is just a league where home runs truly matter. If you got a guy hitting 30 bombs, that's like the norm. That's like a normal power hitter in the big leagues now. I used to think 30 bombs was legit like power hitter. That's literally the normal. There's random guys hitting 30 bombs every year. I don't think it's going to be
the normal this year. The ball is deader than the last couple of years. I don't think it's going to be normal.
Yeah.
Some guys are going to have to get hot. Like for Luke Voigt to hit.
You know what MLB is doing right now, right?
18 in the second half.
They're switching the balls up, boy.
Yeah, it's going to be.
They're switching the balls up. Get ready for playoffs.
SummerSlam, baby. I'm ready for it.
They have to.
You definitely have to. It's the dog days of summer, and
they just saw the home run derby too.
The ball that Giancarlo hit was definitely a special ball.
That's what
they just threw that in there instead.
I low-key wish I would have caught one because I want to do like an experiment once where I see if there's something different in any of these balls. Every like the whole All-Star game ball, these game used balls.
Yeah, that Zach Gamble guy should do a test. He's the guy who always catches the home runs.
Yeah.
He has like 5,920 balls.
Jesus.
All right, Pete Rose.
Like legit. He signs baseballs and has a count of how many home runs he's caught. Puts it under the signature.
Fuck.
Like it's legit to him.
That's sick though.
He has a lot. He's caught a lot of big ones too, like A-Rod's 3,000th hit, Jeter's 3,000th hit.
Same dude.
Same dude.
Man, he's gonna be going to Yankee games for a while.
No, he just bounces around and goes and catches homers and like trucks people.
You should have took some notes.
Stiff arms.
Did you ever
kids.
watch his YouTube videos? Zach,
no.
Look it up. I'm a big baseball guy, so yeah, he's the foul ball guy or the home run guy, foul ball homer or whatever. He's a baseball dude.
Nice.
A little bit more baseball. You talked Yelich being traded. I don't know if they do that because they are sitting at almost a tie. They're half a game up at first place in their division with the Cardinals. And the Milwaukee, I think, might be buyers, man. They got to get a little bit better. And, things have gotten bad when Josh Hader don't look good no more.
Don't tell me about it, dude.
What happened the last couple weeks?
He had -30 in fantasy.
He had like a -21 game and like a -16 game or something like that.
It's fucking bullshit.
2 games where he gave up walk-off.
After not giving up an inning for like 40 innings, it felt like.
Yeah, he didn't give up runs forever.
Probably doesn't even have 40 innings.
But he don't look good, and now you're question marks. Do you flip him?
No.
The Brewers got to make a move, dog. They got to decide. Are they going to try to win one for once? They haven't really made a outstanding move to change their club. Like, yeah, they built the club. Now what are they going to do? They've done the same thing every year, made playoffs, then they're out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or barely miss playoffs.
I hope they don't do anything, honestly.
All right. Well,
I think the Brewers are small market, low key still. Milwaukee is.
It makes sense. Can't really make a move. Stick with it.
Yeah, they just want to be that.
Fix it.
The good old American way.
The Rays of
the NL, yeah.
I know. Yeah. Sad. I hope the Cardinals make a move then, man.
No, I don't.
I want baseball to be exciting. All right.
Yeah, but anyone keep them in the AL or something. Let the Yankees beat them. That's how I think.
Braves and Mets. Braves are sending 2.5 games back to the Mets. Padres take on the Mets first weekend after All-Star break, and let's see Yu Darvish versus Mad Max.
Yeah, and I really don't think the Braves are gonna be buyers or anything. I think they like their team. They're gonna stick with them. They might get some bullpen help, but
I think they're gonna make a move. They made a couple moves last year to help them win a World Series. They're kind of in the same predicament as last year, where they're a little couple moves behind. I mean, the Mets had a catastrophe fall off just like the Padres did last year, and they are slowly but surely like going the same way, like same as the Padres have been falling a little bit. The Mets have done the same thing. I know they're still in first, 2.5 games, but not
2.5 games is nothing. It's literally nothing. It feels like.
Yeah, it's nothing. 10 games. That's a big margin.
Oh, that's something.
That's something.
We hope not.
At least the Giants aren't that good, man.
Yeah, they fucking suck. About time. Too bad no, I'm not even gonna say it. I won't even say it.
Yeah, Padres have to make a move. I want Juan Soto, but I'm going to cross my fingers because I do not believe they actually.
We need outfield help. Please give me a hitting outfielder. Please.
Would you take Benintendi?
Yes, 100%.
For real?
Yes.
What? He moves the needle that much for you?
Yes. I think he gets on base for Manny and Tatis. Like, he's a good leadoff hitter, in my opinion. That's something we lack as a club.
I think
because I think the way lineups are constructed changes the way how guys hit. You move Jake down a little bit more, he sees more fastballs. He hits fastballs the best. Up in the lineup right now, he's seen a lot more off speed. I don't know. That's just how I think.
Agree. I do like Cronenworth down in the lineup a little bit more. I like Profar up.
And I love Grisham 9. I mean, I don't love him, but I like him 9. He's a good 9 hitter. Not a good leadoff hitter.
Sneaky, all of a sudden, like, oh, Grisham's up. Like, I do like what you're saying. He's a good bunt guy too, and 9 homers. I mean, I will take it right now.
Yep, that's good for the 9-hole, especially since that's what pitchers used to be.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take that. But I think that's gonna end up being Esteury Ruiz's spot as the 9-hole center
I like
field.
I like him 8.
I mean, you don't have too many outfielders.
I like Will 8 too.
Will's gonna be back, I think, once All-Star break goes over.
And I love Profar leadoff.
Love Profar leadoff in the meantime. But I think my dream lineup is Tatis, Soto, Machado.
Dreams.
And then Jake 4th.
I mean, I would throw in a power guy 4th, Boyd, and then Jake, just to get a nice guy, a good hitter. Just so you can't really walk Voit because you know a guy's going to come in, hit slap shots, could have a homer every once in a while.
Yeah.
And then you go into the catcher position.
Wilson Contreras.
Or Alfaro.
True. I'm not mad at that.
Nola,
No, but yeah, those are, I think, our weaknesses. We need if we can make 2 moves because we have to, I need a pen guy too. I don't like our pen. I know we're getting some guys back, but I am so sketched when the bullpen gets called.
I think definitely bullpen is second fiddle to a bat.
Yes.
If the market is too high, I do not need a pen because of the guys we have coming.
True.
If the market is too high. If not, Preller, go find a guy. Go be the AJ Preller of old.
Please be working.
Of old.
Go find the low-key name, the Rosenthal trade and stuff like that. Like we need a move like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be mad at going to get Rosenthal. I haven't heard
of him
since his little showcase, and I didn't see too many guys out there watching the showcase, so it had me a little nervous.
Yeah, what's wrong with him? Is he hurt or no, huh? He just was only good the 60 innings.
He's rehabbing a surgery he had last year. I don't remember exactly if he had to throw.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But he did have a surgery that missed all of last year with the A's. He signed that $11 million deal.
Yeah, 2020 got a lot of people paid. Not gonna lie.
2020 did its wonders for a lot of people, and then a lot of people were really bad that year. So I really don't know how to look at it.
Yeah.
Krabit says he looks at it for the good and then does not look at it for the bad. So, I mean, I guess if I'm a player's guy, I got to do the same thing.
Yep.
But you never want a guy to get traded. So I'm not going to root for anyone to get traded away from the Padres. I'm only going to root for addition to the Padres. So, welcome Soto for free.
Welcome.
Free.
We
hope.
Yeah. Anything else?
Let's give him James Shields. Can we give him James Shields?
I got one better.
Tim Hill.
Blake Snell. I'm just kidding. I like Blake. I just want him to be better. Any other teams? I mean, the Mariners are coming off 14 games win streak going into the second half. That's a team to look at. Haven't been in the playoffs since like 2001. They have the longest streak in the league.
Yeah, and Julio Rodriguez, stud.
He's a stud. I mean, they said go be the J show, and he was. I wish he would have won it because that's who I picked before in the podcast. I said, hey, my sleepers versus your sleeper round 1, Trevor. So that was fun. That was real fun. But yeah, I think that's all I have. Am I forgetting anything?
What about the Reds Cubs Field of Dreams game?
When's that?
This year.
July?
No.
It's in August?
I think so, yeah.
Forgot about that. Not a big Field of Dreams guy, but
yeah, it moved the needle for a day, but
for the game, that was sick.
So Roman, remind me.
It was just historical. It was historical teams. That's why it moved the needle.
No, Tim Anderson's walk-off bomb, that was lit. No cap.
Yeah, they had the juice bombs, field of corn. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, but this year's the Reds versus the Cubs. Who the hell wants to watch that?
Not too.
I'm gonna watch for Tommy Pham.
Yeah, I hope he throws some blows. That's kind of lit.
That'd be lit.
I hope Jockey's traded to the Cubs now.
Remind me when the day of the game or
the day of the game.
Yeah, just remind me about that.
All right.
I think we talked about most of the teams. I kind of wanted to just get a quick refresh. Right now the AL Central's been pretty boring, so I don't got really.
Yep, Lance Lynn sucks. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, Lance Lynn hasn't been good. The White Sox haven't been good at all.
Should pick the Twins.
I think you look for the White Sox to be some sellers at the deadline and end up firing La Russa towards the end of the year. I mean, maybe they respect him too much to fire him, and at the end of the year, they just say, "Hey, we're gonna part ways." I don't think this is working out, because they've been bad this year, and I don't know what the deal is over there.
I don't know. They're taking a page. They're taking a page out of the Astros book, though. They got Dusty Baker, and Dusty Baker's been successful. He's an old head guy in this game, and he has led the Astros to some.
And I think most of his success has been, I'm going to let the guys be guys and just let them be ball players. I think Tony has too much of a tight chokehold on them, and I don't know why, but he's been making some of the worst calls I've ever seen a manager make.
Those intentional walks have been terrible.
Yeah, intentional walk on an 0-1 count. Mm-hmm. What for? You're not even giving your guy the chance a day, and it's already 0-1. That's like a 90% success rate when you start with the first pitch strike.
Yeah, it goes down drastically.
Yeah, it literally changes, and you're just going to be like, you know what? Take first. Be my guest.
Guy's stuck in 1960.
I don't understand why he would ever make that move. Toronto, they got to be buyers at the deadline. I know we talked about a little bit with Soto, but whatever they got to do, they got to do. If they got to get a veteran bat or another pitcher, I don't know. They are so close. I feel like their roster should be very good, but I don't know. They have to make a move at the deadline. I mean, they fired their coach. I don't know if they're going to make a move. I think they're just going to accept what this year becomes of.
Shitty.
Not good. I think that's just about it. I'll repeat myself. Anything else you want to talk about before I catch another glimmer of a thought?
It's not a rivalry.
Nothing wrong with being average.
Oh, do you guys want to talk a little bit about the first round of the draft? Matt Holliday's son goes first overall pick.
That's pretty
kind of cool.
Yeah, let's say four sons, 4 former MLB sons.
Yeah, Andrew Jones' son, Drew Jones, got picked second. It's the first time sons got picked first and second overall back to back.
And I think Matt Holliday never touched home.
Never touched home.
Shenny, I might disagree with you a lot on this podcast, but man, I fucking agree with you on that point right there. Never touched home. And then my boy Kumar Rocker, who
I was gonna say Vanderbilt drafted back to back.
Last year, I was a little upset because me and Shenny had the rivalry of Kumar versus his brethren at Vanderbilt, who's been electric, and freaking Jack Leiter. Been electric for the Rangers since he's been drafted. He went 2 overall last year. Last year, Kumar got drafted 10th by the Mets, failed to sign due to a health concern from the Mets. He ended up having shoulder surgery, so it was not the health concern the Mets thought with his elbow. Had shoulder surgery. Goes and signs with the Tri-City Rally Cats. Gets going up to 99 again. Gets selected 3rd overall in this draft by no other than who?
Texas Rangers, baby.
Texas Rangers. So the Vandy boys end up both being Rangers. And if you would have told me that last year, I would have laughed, because that's the dream scenario. Him and his best friend, who they say they compete so well against each other and push each other to the extreme limits. Now we're going to be playing on the same team.
Yeah, that's so sick.
That's lethal.
That's gonna, if they both pan out like how like you want them to, gonna be 1-2 punch in Texas for a long time.
And Jack was with the Futures game, right?
Yeah.
Leiter was there. So, I mean, it's gonna be sick, and I'm gonna be a little bit of a future Rangers fan because I was a huge Vandy fan for those guys. Like I've seen those guys grow up. Kumar struggled heavily his freshman year and then throws a no in like
I actually saw Kumar at Petco. Perfect game All-American.
Yeah, that's so lit.
Yeah. He's throwing 100 back then too.
Yeah, and I literally have a Vandy Kumar jersey, so I'm hyped.
Ugly.
I'm glad he's not a Met, because that would have just killed me. Because I think he's gonna be really good. He's a big dude, throws hard. I think those type of dudes work, and he works hard. So I think those guys, same team, same league, same org. I mean, not league.
Gonna be fun.
It's gonna be really fun. And the Rangers, hey man, building through pitchers in the draft, that's a good move to make. I feel like it was early, and all the mocks I saw, I was looking, they all had them like 16th, 15th, 19th, 10th. So they might have
taking
picked
chances
early,
in
but
Texas.
You're taking chances. You're making sure you get your guy, and I hope his story works out because I'm a fan. And I can't.
All my exes are in Texas.
Cannot wait to watch those boys pitch back-to-back games one day in the bigs.
Yeah, Texas got a special place in our heart. First no-hitter there. You know, might become a fan.
I'm gonna be a low-key fan when they're both in the bigs, or as soon as one of them reach. I'm gonna be paying attention definitely.
Absolutely.
It's I don't know why I don't really follow much college baseball, but I did. I've traveled to Georgia and to Tennessee a lot last year. Got to go and visit Vandy and like check it out, and so it was all cool, and they killed it. And I'm glad to see Kumar get drafted where he should have. Like he fell to the 10th pick last year. Don't think he should have. But yeah, that's enough of my rant. Padres, yeah, we said drafted 3 straight pitchers. I really think it's to make a move. I don't think pitchers are what we need at all right now. But you draft young pitchers, they develop, you move them. So what happens in this league? The Padres are notorious for doing it. They've done a lot too.
They're high value pitchers.
Pitching is high value. Yeah, you're correct, Roman.
I just think
might be what it takes.
Pitching develops a little bit quicker. That's why we get a lot more pitching.
I don't know. But all right. Nothing wrong with being average. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you like this episode. Comment, get it in the algorithm. Help us out.
Give us your second half predictions in the comments.
Second half predictions. I know we didn't really talk much. Second half MVP before we out. Go.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Aaron Judge.
Juan Soto. All right. Nothing wrong with being average. Deuces. Out of here. Juan Soto wins the home run derby. But who wins the Juan Soto derby?